Hi, my name is Rachel Spitzmiller, and this is my Ignite presentation. I invite you to share my reflection of my time in the Masters of Public Administration program at the College of Charleston. I began my MPA journey in the fall of 2020, immediately after completing my undergraduate education at College of Charleston. Through Dr. O'Neill's leadership course, I became exposed to Jim Collins's work and his leadership framework, the hedgehog concept. Collins urges leaders to identify three things. 1, what you are passionate about. 2, what drives the economic engine. And 3, what you can be the best in the world at. Collins argues that the alignment of these three dimensions moves leaders from good to great. The first element has always been clear to me. Since a young age, I've been passionate about the arts. I was disciplined in my dance training, and through collaboration in my high school arts program at the Fine Arts Center, I became exposed to many different genres, giving me an appreciation for the way that the arts have shaped my personal development. When I decided to hang up my dance shoes, I needed to identify what career path would suit me and where I could find a job that would support me financially. My knack for numbers, meticulous attention to detail, and interest in business concepts led me to the successful completion of an undergraduate degree in accounting. But then the light bulb turned on, and I realized that arts organizations need great accountants. More than that, arts organizations need great accountants who also understand the requirements of what it takes to make great art. So following Collins's framework, I now had an alignment of my passion and my economic engine. And then it was time to figure out how I could become the best in the world. Now I know that there is no such thing as being the best nonprofit arts accountant in the world, but the journey towards greatness is both challenging and worthwhile, and one that I'm eager to begin. My next step on the journey towards greatness was developing my leadership skills, and this is how and why I arrived at the MPA program with a concentration in nonprofit administration, seeking to gain mastery in the nuances of leading in the nonprofit sector. While I felt confident in my chosen path, I was unsure what landmarks and road signs I would come across on this portion of my journey. But I'm excited to share with you some of my most favorite and impactful experiences. I learned the term public service motivation in the Managing Human Resources class, and this helped me articulate my intrinsic need to contribute productively and selflessly to society. I realized how I can create equitable opportunities for all members of the community by finding the financial capacity to support the community's needs. I understand the need to invite many perspectives and engage all stakeholders in discussions on budgets and funding in order to maximize the public good. I realized the need to balance priorities around money and mission to advance my organization's goals and maintain financial stability. Through learning about the policy process, I realized that the budget cycle opens a window for policy change, allowing me as a future financial leader to be an active voice in discussions around policy initiatives to improve the conditions in the internal and external environment. And I realized that budgets are a communication tool used to show priorities, and that my explanation of the budget must differ depending on my audience. And I must be intentional about articulating a broader narrative rather than merely showing bleak numbers and ratios that might appear on traditional financial statements. But most importantly, I learned that in order to apply a public service perspective, I must reserve time for reflection and active listening. How will I articulate the public's value if I do not know what it is that the public values? I realized that strong leaders do not have all the answers. Strong leaders ask the right questions to the right people. A spirit of curiosity, inquiry, and input will help me sense what it is that the public needs so that I can arrange the financial resources to provide for those needs. And I would be naive, especially after the lessons that we have learned from the pandemic, to think that the needs of the public are at all stagnant. Responsiveness and adaptability are crucial elements to prioritizing the ever-evolving needs of the public. I also realized some of my most important personal values, such as transparency, accountability, preparedness, and discipline, which provided the foundation for my personal code of ethics. A strong sense of integrity will help me maintain trust from those around me. And along the way, I engaged in my graduate assistantship at College of Charleston's budget office, where I learned many technical finance skills that are involved in managing a large nonprofit institution. I also continued my job as the accounting assistant at Spoleto Festival USA, which became a passageway for the next leg of my journey. As I exit the MPA program, I'm entering a new role at Spoleto as the controller, a role in which I will put the values and skills that I have gained through the MPA program to practice. Though I'm light years away from ever becoming the best in the world, my steps towards achieving my own personal hedgehog concept have sent me in the right direction. And I have lots of people to thank for their guidance along my path. Thank you to my parents for their unwavering support, my professors for sharing their profound knowledge, especially Dr. Millison, Dr. Keeney, and Dr. O'Neill, and my mentors and colleagues at Spoleto and in the budget office, including Tasha Gandy, Katie Osborne, Don Brandt, and Tanya Williams. Thank you.